Live at 5. Live at 5. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Here we are. Today we have results. Ta-da! Guess who won?
Kansas. Prediction. I did it again.
Mother's
Jayhawks,
predicted.
Kansas.
So
won the March Madness.
March Madness victory.
Okay.
I'm sure how many of you chose Kansas like Mother did? How many chose Kansas? How many people won the lottery?
It wasn't too hard this year.
Well, how many of you won the bracket? How many of you did well? Oh, hey, good to see you. Thank you for being here. We're just so delighted to have you here with us live at 5. And this, again, of course, is Pollyann Castle Baird, my mother, and I am Lynn Kitchen. And we're here to say hello, hello, hello. And first up is Shauna. Thanks for being here, Shauna. Thank you so much for being here. And Kimberly Marie. Thank you so much. Happy that you are here. And today is a special day, as always, because we get to go live at 5 with you. And this is our cocktail hour. So we celebrate live.
Gosh. We wait for this moment.
Yeah, we celebrate life, and we celebrate you. We celebrate your life. Today is Palm Sunday, right? Palm Sunday, and I was making a little remembrance when I was growing up in Ridge Farm, Illinois, and I was telling Mother this morning a story about when I used to go to the Methodist church there. The minister would have ordered in advance these big palm fronds. Now, we were in the middle of Illinois with snow on the ground, but in April, of course. And by the time we got to Palm Sunday, there was such a desire for springtime. We just wanted springtime. And it was the first time I ever saw a palm frond anywhere, palm tree fronds.
Right.
And so they put him in the like an archway in the entrance of the church, so that all the congregants would go through this beautiful archway feeling so special that it was a blessed Sunday. It was a blessed Palm Sunday. So I'm going to pretend that we have our little palms here. and we're blessing each other.
Oh, how sweet.
And we're blessing you. To have a joyous Palm Sunday. How's everybody? Hi, Ellen. Ellen's here. And Susan Erickson is here today.
Susan, you made it.
Hi, girl. She said, Sue's in the house. Yes, from Arkansas. That's wonderful. And Shauna, of course, we love you. Thank you so much for being here. So, Mom, today is a day of talking about some cool things. Well, we already told everybody who the favorite was. Kansas won March Madness. And then Mother said, yeah, but that's over now.
Yep, move on.
Move on.
It's so funny on TV. The next day, they hardly talked about it. And I wanted to review it and see the replays and go on and on. No, they moved on. Some other team, I don't remember, because sports are in now. Hockey and baseball and things I don't watch.
Yeah, so it's like move on. So that brings us to our topic for the day. And that is, how do you move on?
Yeah, there we are.
How do you get over things? How do you say goodbye? And how do you put things in the past? How do you solve problems and then just help yourself let go and move on? So that's kind of our topic today, right?
Yes.
Mom?
And I have the secret word for getting over that.
What's that?
Forgiveness.
Ooh, forgiveness. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that.
You have to forgive yourself. You forgive yourself for, don't blame yourself for all the difficulties that you have. You may have caused them. Somebody else could have, whatever. Just stop there and go on for a second sunrise. A second sunrise is the second opportunity for change. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, so I'd like to know how many people here have ever heard the phrase second sunrise? Have you ever contemplated what a second sunrise could look like? What is a second sunrise? And have you ever seen one?
No, not really.
You know, it's kind of something that Mother came up with. And we want to say a big shout out to Zuby. Zuby's here.
Oh, he stayed up.
He's wide awake I don't know wide awake, but he's awake at 3 a.m. in Pakistan. Thank you for being here, Zuby. That's very special. So actually, maybe in the middle of the night, you might be able to see a second sunrise.
Oh, that's great.
What a concept.
Woohoo, yes.
So I wanted to tell everybody that in Mother's book called Ramblings and Rumblings, she has several short stories, as you all know. One of the short stories here says, do I find myself always having to say goodbye? Always having to say goodbye? Maybe you can ask yourself that question. Do you find yourself always having to say goodbye? And then she follows it up with, well, how can I say goodbye with grace? So that's our topic for tonight, saying goodbye with grace, and bringing in the concept of, well, what if it could be a second sunrise? So do you want to talk about that a little bit, Mother, in terms of what a second sunrise means to you?
Well, that's a
yeah. Second sunrise.
Well, to me, it's a second chance.
There you go.
It's always or forgiveness. And I keep thinking, for a second sunrise, or for you to have a second chance, you usually are blaming something. You blame yourself. You blame somebody else. You think, oh, I didn't work hard enough, or I should have done this and I didn't do it, whatever. But let that go and move on and look at the new sunshine, the new sunrise, because a new beginning is waiting for you, a new change in your attitude, in your mind.
Now, this is one of the key teachings that Mother has here at the age of 99 or almost 99. And by the way, don't let me forget to make an announcement for next week. Okay, don't let me forget that, because Mother turns 99 next week and we have a special announcement. Don't let me forget.
Yeah, I'm going to be
technically
99.
The reality sets in. The reality is going to set in. But anyway, let's get back to the second sunrise. This is one of the most fascinating concepts that I've heard Mother teach, because as she has aged, she's realized that you don't have to blame yourself forever on the things that go wrong in life, you know, and you also don't have to feel bad about things that you say goodbye to.
That's a new point. Yes, I like that.
To things how many
don't grieve.
Yeah, how many things have you felt like you've had to say goodbye to in your life?
Yeah.
I mean, how many people have you had to say goodbye to, for example, right? How many places have you had to say
I'm thinking of
goodbye
Shauna.
to?
You had to move, and I may be interpreting this the wrong way, but you had to move to Arizona and leave Colorado, our lovely state. I'm sorry, dear, but I putting words in your mouth, but I'm using that as an illustration. And, let go.
Let go.
Move on.
How many things have you had to let go of? First, I want to shout out to Beth Wright, who's here from Fort Collins, Colorado.
I've been thinking about you all week.
Oh, how nice. That's lovely. So we're really happy to have a beautiful crowd. There's Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Thanks for being here. And also going back to the concept of the second sunrise. When you look out and you see a sunrise, can you be imagining in your mind what a second sunrise could look like as a second chance? So those of us who feel like we are pretty hard on ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if there could be a second sunrise waiting? Now, that's the other part of that I love about Mother's teaching, is that she likes to say there's a surprise waiting, or there could be.
You picked it up. I was looking over your shoulder over at Mr. Happy, and the sign says, "A surprise is waiting." We put him out on the porch every morning with a new sign, a new apron, and it happens to say, "A surprise is waiting."
A surprise is waiting. So a surprise is waiting when you say goodbye. Mother was telling me today when she was going through some changes in her life. I think you were just giving up ballroom dancing, and you were grieving so badly over having to give up ballroom dancing.
Oh, 3 years of that.
And it was something so dear to her heart that she had to say goodbye to it. Her physical body couldn't keep up with it anymore. So maybe you've had that, opportunity where you've had to say goodbye to something that you loved so much. And in the saying of a goodbye, there's an opportunity right there to create what I call an elegant ending. To create an elegant ending. And how many of us don't do very well with endings? Many of us have unskillful endings. We might say goodbye to somebody improperly or abruptly, or in some way carry hurts. What if we could rethink how to create elegant endings? And why is that important is that Mother and I talk a lot about philosophical endings. We talk a lot about philosophical goodbyes. And why is that true? Because, Mother is facing a time in her life when, that bus is waiting. Trying to get on that bus, or the train might be here any second.
But I'm not waiting and sitting here waiting for anything to pick me up. But I want to tell you, I am saying goodbye every day that I wake up to something. And it's my sight. And every day it's worse. I cannot see quite what I'm eating anymore.
Yeah.
She has to put it on my plate. And it's worse every day. But and I adjust. And so I think, okay, find something else to fill it.
That's right.
Find something else.
And notice that wasn't whining. She was talking about a fact of life, a fact of condition, and a part of her life. And the adjustment part is finding a way to cope with it, a way to find, even in the midst of that, find a surprise waiting.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Yep.
And every life is a challenge.
That's right.
Life is a challenge, and let's just meet it. We meet it.
So, oh my gosh, let me just, another shout out here to Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Just came and says, so nice to be with both of you. I think that is wonderful. And Deborah Knight here is I'm sorry, Deborah, can't quite read. Oh, Deborah Estelle. Thank you, Deborah, for being here. And wow, what a beautiful
Liz,
a beautiful group here that we have.
Thank you for coming.
This is really awesome. Well, that's because we're having some good conversations about what it means to say goodbye with grace at any age, really, but especially at the end of life. Mother's been talking about how to say goodbye with grace.
Right. And it's a happy time. Whatever life gives us, make the best of it. You think there was good in that. I look back on my life and I can pick out the sad parts and the hurtful parts, but I immediately turn it off and I think, yes, but in that very same moment, there was a happy time.
You find the good.
I find the good.
Or maybe it led to something good.
Yeah, well, I can find something that I didn't know that the bad part was there. I knew only the good. So just dwell on that.
Yeah, I think that's really awesome.
Well, it's hard to explain.
Well, I just wanted to also say this. We would love to invite everybody to NinetyOs.com, because that's where we have Mother's books available, and you can find both books. Here's the other one is over here.
Oh, yes.
The first one that she wrote was called Grin and Giggle. She wrote that at the age of 93, which was Sweet Remembrances. And somebody just purchased this from Ridge Farm, Illinois recently. Dee Dee. Thank you, Dee Dee, because it has a lot of stories about Ridge Farm.
It goes up, and I looked it up just to see how many you could enjoy from Ridge Farm. And oh goodness, it goes way. Oh no, that's Colorado.
Well, Colorado owns two.
To 1940, 1941. And it's all on, even from 1930 or the 20s to then, it's all on Ridge Farm and my life in there. And then I moved to Colorado and I talk about something else. But anyway, here we are, Grin and Giggle.
I know. It's a lot of fun. And then the second book that she wrote, which is called Mirth and Mayhem. And then you flip it over and it's called Ramblings and Rumblings, a collection of short stories. She wrote just 2 years ago at the age of 97. And that was like, wow, right at the beginning of the pandemic. In fact, we had a book signing right here in our recreation room. And we invited everybody, and everybody was present. 1 week later, the pandemic hit and nobody would talk to each other out there. No. But we got in our party anyway. It was so great that we got our party in. Anyway, I wanted to point one story in here that Mother wrote is called Saying Goodbye. And I was rereading it yesterday with interest, because it talks about how you can say goodbye and move on with grace. And, you know, it's amazing how you have a lot of wisdom in you, Mom. You know, and look, even with your macular degeneration, you do find ways to work around it. And then it says at the very end, it says, my dear friends, face your problems. Know that a second sunrise will shine upon you for another day. A second sunrise is waiting. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, it's
I bet you forgot that you even wrote that.
Yes, I did. And actually, at that time, I could write, but I didn't know what I was writing. And so I had a secretary translate for me. So right. It would come to me, I would write it, and then she went ahead and put it in the book and so forth.
Yeah.
But those are inspirational, and I passed it on to you. So, well, isn't it nice to share?
Yes,
with
it
our
is.
Cocktails at 5.
Yes, Cocktails at 5. We like to celebrate life. We like to talk about issues of aging with grace and things that could be important to you.
What's bothering you? Do you have a problem? Do you have a really desperate need?
And if you do, Mother is opening her window to give advice, like Pollyan's Corner, right?
That's so funny.
But anything, we would love to have an opportunity to.
At least I'm thinking of you and giving you blessings. Dear.
That's right. And guess what? We have a special guest here too from Germany. I'd like to make just a special shout out. Thank you, Isolde. We love having people from all over the world. We have international followers here today. Germany, and from Pakistan, and of course from the famous Arkansas. It's of course Arkansas is
and
here.
Arizona,
Colorado, and Florida, and
Illinois.
We have Illinois.
Whoa.
Texas, yep. I get Texas, celebrating life and celebrating you. So listen, if there's anything that we can do for you, let us know. I want to make an announcement that next Sunday, we won't be live at 5 because next Sunday is Easter Sunday. And I know that everybody is going to be wanting to be with your families. So we won't be live at 5 next Sunday. Next Sunday is April 17th. So no live at 5 next week. However, mark your calendar, because just 2 days after that, on the 19th of April, dun, da, da, we're going to have a special Live at 5, and that's on a Tuesday.
Oh, are we?
A special Live at 5 on a Tuesday, April 19th, to celebrate Mother's real 99th birthday.
Whoa, that really puts the day on calendar.
Yes. So mark off no Live at 5 next Sunday, but instead 2 days later on Tuesday, April 19th, the very day that Mother turns 99, we will have a Live at 5, and you are welcome. You are invited. You are welcome. We're going to have a cake. I don't know if we'll have 99 candles, because we have a fire code here.
Oh,
in here. But you never know. We might have some surprises here. We might have some surprises.
And if you can't make it, just copy it and look at it later.
Right. And give us, yes, on the replay.
A replay?
Yeah. And give us your thoughts. Anyway, if that's, correct. Oh, Beth says that your Christmas cactuses are all blooming.
Oh, February. No, this is
in
not February.
honor of you and Annie Maud.
Oh,
this is April.
Beth, I'm so happy to hear that.
That's late. Christmas cactus is blooming in April.
Beth, don't they? Those used to bloom the year round for me in the sunroom.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a testimony to Beth's
But
care,
here I have
care.
I have a plant that was small when I came. It's now Lynn takes care of it. It has yet to bloom properly. I don't think it likes Florida. I don't think they like Florida.
Either that, or I'm not doing quite what it takes
I don't mean to blame you.
To make it perfect. But that's good news, Beth.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really sweet. So this has been so much fun today to be with you.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you'd like to end with, Mom, to talk to us about? Will give us a good...
You just all make me so happy. This Cocktails at 5 means a lot to me, because it gives me one thing out of the whole week to look forward to.
Isn't that great?
And thank you so much for following and encouraging both of us with this lovely idea. Yes, dear. So I'll just say goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful week. And we'll see you Live at 5 on April 19th. That's Tuesday.
Okay.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.